Right now at 10, no recommendation. A La Crosse City committee is split on a proposed amendment to a camping ordinance that would change where the unsheltered population sets up at night. And a signed state budget. Governor Evers signs off on the nearly $100 billion spending plan, but not before making a few changes. Plus, a team effort. Dozens of volunteers are restoring Riverside Park after a week of Riverfest fun.
Watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now at 10.
Good evening, everyone, and thanks for joining us for News 8 Now at 10. I'm Ken Kozarowski. A proposed ordinance amendment to restrict overnight camping on city property will head to the full La Crosse Common Council without a recommendation from a city committee. The city's Judicial and Administration Committee voted 3-3 with one abstention on the amendment that would effectively stop people from camping overnight in city parks. It's a response to the increase in unsheltered residents setting up in the likes of Cameron and Burns Park this year. Now, community members offered input before the committee tonight. Most agreed it is a difficult situation and that the city should be doing more to provide a long-term housing solution.
It would give our unsheltered people a direction in one place.
We've always been helpful. We've always tried to help them out. I feel horrible for them and the situations that they're in. And we need to do something. We need to come up with a solution.
Now, Snyder says she's rarely had to call police for help with the unsheltered residents in past years, but now it occurs almost daily. So the Common Council will meet July 13th to vote on the ordinance amendment. The 16-year-old La Crosse resident charged in the death of a juvenile made an appearance in court today. Now, the court continues to ask that we not release the 16-year-old's name or picture, as well as the information on the young victim. He is being tried as an adult and is still in search of a lawyer. The judge set a date for a pretrial hearing on August 24th. A former La Crosse YMCA employee arrested on child sexual assault material and drug charges was also in court today. Parker Barnes had a hearing rescheduled to July 18th because he too does not have legal representation. Barnes asked the judge to make changes to his signature bond so he can talk to his children with CPS supervision. The judge granted that change. Now, according to the criminal complaint, Barnes taught music lessons to kids at the La Crosse YMCA. The YMCA had suspended his employment and banned him from the property at the time of his arrest. No one is injured after a pickup truck struck a Buffalo County police vehicle late last night in Buffalo City. According to the Buffalo County Sheriff's Office, a 1970 Ford pickup struck the squad car at the intersection of 10th Street and Jefferson Street. Police say the pickup then went through a yard and hit a house. Now, no one in the house was hurt. The sheriff's deputy and the pickup's driver both had minor injuries. The Trempealeau County Sheriff's Office is investigating the crash. The Sheriff's Office has also identified the man found dead outside a gentleman's club on June 30th in Jackson County. According to the Jackson County Sheriff's Office, 55-year-old Andrew Frechette of Beaver Dam was found unresponsive in the parking lot of Jimmy's In Between off U.S. Highway 12 in the early morning hours, June 30th. Frechette was discovered in a vehicle in the parking lot. Officials said Frechette's death is considered suspicious and it remains an open and active investigation. 5 people were injured at a fireworks show in Sparta Tuesday night. The Sparta fire chief says toward the end of the 4th of July show, it appears one of the display's mortars burned through the side, and that may have caused 4 other mortars to tip over and then discharge at the ground level, striking 5. Wisconsin Governor Tony Evers has signed the state's next biennial budget after making some cuts with his line item veto power. Evers made 51 line item vetoes in the nearly $100 billion state budget, including vetoing the proposed tax cuts for the state's top 2 income tax brackets while keeping the bottom 2. He says the move ensures tax relief goes to working families. Assembly Speaker Robin Vos says that move does not provide relief for, quote, truly middle-class families. Now, the governor also vetoed the cuts to the UW system spending on diversity, equity, and inclusion that would have otherwise eliminated about 188 UW staff positions. Now, in a visit in rural Bangor today at the Everson family farm, he was asked about an allegation from a Lake Geneva Republican Assembly representative who said he had broken deals with Republican leadership, especially on increases to public education spending. And this is what Evers had to say.
Sure, he's wrong. We made no deals about the level of the funding or anything else. As far as what happens going forward on school funding, that was never, ever talked about,
Now, Evers had used a line item veto in the state budget to ensure that public education spending per pupil increases by $325 a pupil each year for the next 400 years. Members of the governor's staff say Representative August from Lake Geneva was not part of any of the conversations involving Republican leaders. And under this budget, K-12 public schools can raise revenue per student, again, $325 for the next 400 years. And that move can only be undone by a future legislature and governor. Hundreds of U.S. firefighters are in Canada to help with the more than 600 wildfires burning there. One of the latest states to join the international effort is Minnesota. In an announcement this week, the governor says 17 wildland firefighters are battling blazes in Manitoba. The State Department of Natural Resources is overseeing the request for mutual aid.
When our neighbors are in need, and if we have the resources, the people, the equipment available, we can more freely make those resources available.
The state DNR says the firefighters don't mind working during the holiday week since that's typical during fire season. Wildfires in Canada continue to send waves of smoke down to U.S., hampering air quality. At least in the Coulee region, it has felt like there's a little bit of relief in terms of the air quality. Let's bring in meteorologist Bill Grahl live from his new home in Denver for the latest in our first forecast.
Yeah, Ken, one reason for that is we were in more of a westerly to kind of southwesterly flow. That's why we were wetter and warmer and more humid the past couple of days as well. So when we get back in that northwest flow aloft, which it looks like we will do for the next couple of days, we'll have to watch if some of that smoke filters back down. So hopefully they can get a handle on those wildfires up in Canada. Temperatures today, mid to upper 70s for most, although we did manage 81 in La Crosse, much warmer air well into the 80s over southeastern Wisconsin. We had plenty of clouds through the day, even a few isolated showers, spits and sprinkles in spots, but then more and more sun just before it set earlier this evening. Some gorgeous colors out there, and skies are currently clear. So all the action is now well to our south and east as a cold front has pushed through. Current temperatures very comfortable in the 60s to right around 70 degrees. We'll see lows tonight in the 50s for most, even some upper 40s in our traditional cooler spots north and east. Open up those windows. Rest of my forecast coming up.
Sounds good. Thank you, Bill. State officials are investigating how a roller coaster in northeast Wisconsin got stuck and left 8 people upside down for more than 3 hours over the weekend. According to one responding fire department, a ride operator said something mechanical broke on the coaster, but it had recently undergone a state inspection. The State Department of Safety and Professional Services is responsible for inspecting rides and reviewing plans for amusement parks in the state. So now an inspector is beginning a new investigation. CBS News has learned that the U.S. Secret Service will lead a full review of how a substance that tested positive for cocaine got into the West Wing of the White House. That includes consulting cameras and entrance logs to determine who had access to the space. CBS News correspondent Nicole Skanga has more from Washington.
President Biden has been briefed on the discovery of a small amount of cocaine in the West Wing of the White House.
The president thinks it's very important to get to the bottom of this. That's why Secret Service, which is under their purview, is looking into this.
The substance was found in a small plastic bag Sunday when the president and his family were away at Camp David for the holiday weekend. The complex was briefly evacuated as a precaution. The bag was on the ground floor in a common area near the entry to the West Wing, not far from the Situation Room. It was close to a set of storage cubbies where visitors leave their cell phones during a West Wing tour.
There are camera systems that they'll go back as a part of this investigation and research. Not every camera is trained on everybody at every minute. So there's always going to be a possibility that this could go unanswered.
On Sunday, first responders were called to test the substance and determine if it was hazardous. The initial test came back positive for cocaine. A second lab analysis confirmed those results. Official visitors and White House staffers moved through the lobby where the cocaine was found.
Where this was discovered is a heavily traveled area.
White House visitors undergo background checks and enter through magnetometers, but the Secret Service does not routinely screen visitors for illicit drugs. Instead, Secret Service canine units search for explosives, biohazardous materials, and weapons. Nicole Skanga, CBS News, Washington.
CBS News has learned that the cocaine now is at a federally run laboratory. Investigators will try to get fingerprints off the plastic bag. Coming up, a local thrift store has been on the move for years, but its mission always stays the same: the rewarding relationships the owner is building with community nonprofits after this.
Ashley Stars and Stripes sale is happening now. Pay 0% interest for 60 months with no minimum purchase. Don't miss instant savings on select items up to $1,000 off. And all veterans and active military will receive 10% off their purchase. Only at Ashley.
For over 40 years, Blood Cross Glass and Overhead Door has been the go-to company for anything glass and door. We offer a large stock inventory of CEHI garage doors to help you find the perfect fit. As a locally owned business, we take pride in our work and always get the job done. From commercial glass and glazing to residential glass and CEHI garage doors, we have the experience and expertise to help you. Call or visit our website today.
Transportation, food supply, everything is going carbon-free. At Xcel Energy, we see it too. Eco-friendly car washes, carbon-free search engines, and all that clean energy needs clean energy. The same reliable, more affordable energy that powers your home. This is how the future is made.
Ashley Stars and Stripes sale is happening now. Pay 0% interest for 60 months with no minimum purchase. Don't miss instant savings on select items up to $1,000 off. And all veterans and active military will receive 10% off their purchase. Only at Ashley.
A La Crosse area thrift store brings more to its community than just low prices. It has raised $100,000 for local nonprofits since it started in 2017. And as our Emily Haugen reports, it's now starting fresh.
You have a great day. Thanks for stopping in. Running a business is no easy task.
I sold my house to make this business work.
Just ask Mary Jo Wilbur.
I ask myself that almost every day because it's hard work.
Her shop is one you might recognize from Copeland Avenue.
Our store gives back to the community.
Formerly, the Root & Crown.
A lot of people thought we were a dental office.
Now, it's under a different name. What's now called Thrifty Pickens and Buc-ee's has planted roots in West Salem.
It's just a portion of the sales she gives back to the community.
And the business is powered by volunteers from those charities.
She has a real commitment to the community.
Kayla Calloway volunteers with Heart to Heart Pet Lifeline.
It's fun.
And Sally Davis is with the Down Syndrome Association.
There's not a lot of stuff that I don't do.
It's an idea born out of a childhood of service.
Here I am. Dad would be proud. I keep saying that because, boy, he worked his butt off having rummage sales. That's how we supported the family.
The road hasn't been easy. Mary Jo's business has moved multiple times. Her latest move was out of necessity.
And I ended up getting attacked in the back of the building. We needed to get out of there. And so we got out of there because it was just not safe anymore.
She and her team packed up and moved to West Salem.
Every time I drove by, it's like, someday, and boom, here we are.
And Sally and Kayla stuck with her.
She's had a lot of setbacks. We've made moves, and she just keeps trucking.
It's the store. It's the camaraderie of the store.
For them, it's more than a business.
Okay, thank you.
It's a mission.
Well, enjoy your visit.
And it's a family.
And they're still here. Even when times are tough, they're still continuing to be part of us because they know that we're a team and we'll make it through, every storm we do get through.
In West Salem, Emily Haugen, News 8 Now.
Thrifty Pickens is located in the Thrift Culture Market just off Highway 16 in West Salem. They're always looking for more volunteers and donations. We've got more info on our website. Still ahead, celebrating the slice. Subway restaurants hope some added freshness will carve up the competition.
And I'm meteorologist Bill Grahl. Much quieter night across the region tonight, but what does the next 8 days have in store? I'll have the answer after the break.
Pilgrims in Arcadia is looking to add maintenance technicians and want you to apply. We offer you on-site training in our new state-of-the-art training center, flexibility with 4 different shifts, competitive pay, career advancement, and a hefty benefits program. Here's what our employees have to say.
I would encourage anybody looking for a job in maintenance to come to Pilgrims because we give them the opportunity to train and advance their careers through our program.
If you are looking for a good, stable, reliable job, Pilgrims is the place to work.
Apply in person at our recruiting office, Main Street, Arcadia.
At Batteries Plus, we bring power to your life. From the first cast to the last catch, Batteries Plus has what it takes to power your passion.
Jerry here, and welcome to Stockman's in Osseo, Wisconsin, where we have so much more in our 60,000 square foot store. Boots, men's, women's, and children's clothing, grocery, fresh produce, health and beauty, pet supplies, toys, automotive, farm supply, beer, wine, and liquor, hardware, sporting goods, paint, plumbing and electrical, and so much more. Come take the Stockman's tour, and I'll be looking for you.
Attention, Wisconsin veterans.
I'm Tony Evers, the governor of Wisconsin. If you are veterans struggling to pay for rent, utilities, or other life-sustaining services, I want you to know that the Veterans Rental Assistance Program is here to help. The Veterans Rental Assistance Program was created by and for people living in Wisconsin, with benefit approvals being issued to veterans in just days, not months. You have already made a most noble sacrifice. You shouldn't have to continue doing so. We are here to support you. With pride in the way, it's never easy to ask for assistance, but rest assured we are here to help. The VRAP team is standing by to help. So call 833-WIS-VRAP or visit VRAPWI.com. You've always been there for us. We want you to know that we're here for you. On behalf of the state of Wisconsin, thank you.
At Denny's, we're celebrating Baconalia with new creations starring Black Label Thick Cut Cherrywood Bacon. Ready to satisfy your bacon obsession? At Denny's.
It's diner time.
And now, rewards members get 2 free strips of our new premium bacon for a limited time.
The Board Store, the best products, best prices, and best people for all home improvements. Contact us today for a prompt free estimate.
A marathon negotiating session between UPS and the Teamsters Union ended early today without a deal to avoid a strike. The issue is money. The union hasn't publicly disclosed how big of a pay increase it wants for drivers, but it points to record UPS profits over the past 5 years and executives earning multi-million-dollar salaries as reasons its members should be better compensated. The current contract expires at the end of the month, which means 340,000 UPS workers could go on strike August 1st. Some customers are likely to sign long-term deals with UPS competitors by the end of this week if there's not a tentative agreement in sight. Starting today, Subway restaurants will freshly slice its deli meat. Most of its stores will display a $6,000 slicer prominently near the counter. The meat will be sliced several times a day. Now, this brings Subway more in line with its smaller competitors like Jimmy John's, Jersey Mike's, and Firehouse Subs. Now, cheese, steak, and rotisserie chicken will still be delivered pre-sliced. Weight loss brand Jenny Craig is coming back. Nutrisystem's parent company says it will relaunch this fall with online coaching instead of physical centers. Customers will receive food by delivery. The reboot comes after the traditional Jenny Craig model went bust in May amid competition from trendy diets and weight loss drugs. Court filings show its intellectual property could be worth $10 million. And a sphere in Las Vegas illuminated its exterior for the first time with a dazzling display to celebrate Independence Day Tuesday night. This thing, literally called Sphere, stands 366 feet tall and spans 516 feet across, the largest spherical structure in the world. Now, the exosphere, that outer layer there, features 580,000 square feet of fully programmable LED lighting, making it the largest LED screen on Earth. Now, Sphere is going to open in Las Vegas on September 29th, currently has about 25 sold-out shows. So it's essentially the world's most incredible looking concert venue. I think we've never seen anything quite like it. Now, Bill, they say it's a concert venue. I don't know. I assume it's got to be A-list stars that are going to be the only ones in there. Would you see a show in a Sphere, or would you just watch that thing from the parking lot?
Oh, I'd want to experience it for sure. I know U2's playing there, and I'm a big fan of U2, but you gotta love Vegas, right? They always go above and beyond and just go way over the heads of everyone else in terms of what they build out there. All right, let's get to the weather forecast. We'll start with the allergy report. Low symptoms tomorrow and Friday for grass and weed pollen. high symptoms both days for mold spores. A beautiful evening in play. We've got a clear sky. That bright star you see right there, that's actually the planet Venus, just about to set behind the western horizon. Boy, it's been a wet couple of days for a change across the region. 1 to 2 inches plus of rainfall, including 2.17 inches out at the La Crosse Airport. So a good soaking rain for the region, much needed. Now, there were a few spots that missed out, the Viroqua area, for example, but most areas did see that 1 to 2 inch soaking rain. Cooler and less humid for tonight and tomorrow. You're probably already feeling that if you've been out and about this evening. 81 was the high. Most spots in the mid to upper 70s, average highs 85, and look at the rainfall column. Almost another half an inch if you count the rain that fell after midnight last night. So 2.17 for the month. That's almost an inch and a half above average for a change, and a big bite in the drought. We're only about an inch now below average for precip for the year. 70 degrees in La Crosse, 71 here at the station. Winds out of the northwest at 8. Mississippi falling a bit, 5.30. 64 for you folks in Eau Claire with a light northwesterly breeze. So we had a cold front come through. That's the cause for the showers and thunderstorms last night and into this morning, and also the cause for the more comfortable air across the region, 60s to around 70. Dew points in the mid-50s to lower 60s, so most of us starting to drop into that comfortable range, and overnight, dew points will continue to drop. So a windows open night for sure for some free AC. So that cold front has now made its way to our east, taking the clouds, the showers and thunderstorms with it. High pressure takes over for tomorrow and Friday. Sky tracker showing clear skies tonight, maybe a few high clouds scattered about in the morning. Otherwise sunny to partly cloudy and dry tomorrow, mainly clear tomorrow night, and then most of Friday looking dry as well. Couple of disturbances trying to approach from the north and west, but a lot of that fades as it tries to move in Friday night, but I can't fully rule out an isolated shower. For Thursday's highs, mid to upper 70s for the La Crosse area. Mid to upper 70s will be common in our southern communities as well. So we head back to the north, 75 in Black River Falls, 74 in Mondovi and Osseo. Eau Claire, you'll see highs right around 74 degrees. Same with Chippewa Falls. So for tonight, mainly clear, cooler and less humid, 56. Great sleeping weather tonight. Tomorrow, sunny to partly cloudy, really a pleasant summer day. 77, yeah, that's below average, but I think a lot of us will take the relief from the heat from time to time. 80 on Friday, dry. Small chance of a shower Friday night and Saturday. Back in the low to mid 80s for the weekend. A little bit better chance of storms next Monday night and into Tuesday. Kind of toasty on Monday, 87. Back in the low 80s Tuesday, right around 80 for a high next Wednesday. But overall, when you look at those high temperatures over the next 8 days, I should say, really comfortable conditions for this time of year.
Yeah, a lot to like there. Thanks, Bill. Coming up next in sports, the Brewers and Cubs going at it for round 3 of this 4-game set. And 2 of our area Legion teams squaring off tonight in West Salem. 17 U squads for Holman and Post 51 head-to-head. Rob's up next.
News 8 Now Sports is brought to you by Mayo Clinic Health System. Your health care should be unique to you. At Mayo Clinic Health System, they get to know your story and customize a treatment plan that fits your needs.
With Vygoff & Rohde, you don't just get a lawyer. You get the experience and power of our entire team of lawyers, paralegals, legal assistants, and researchers. Vygoff & Rohde, your personal injury law firm for over 50 years.
Hy-Vee hot deals are back. Prima peaches or nectarines, $1.68 a pound. Hy-Vee large eggs, 84 cents a dozen. And Hy-Vee Choice Reserve Bacon Wrapped Sirloins, $2.99. Get the hottest deals all week long at Hy-Vee.
Get on the road, on the water, or off the beaten path with a vehicle loan from Ultra. Enjoy low rates, flexible terms, and no payments for 90 days. Apply from anywhere 24/7 with approvals in just minutes. Whether it's a car, truck, RV, boat, or motorcycle, we'll put you in the driver's seat with a monthly payment that fits your budget. But don't just take our word for it. Here's what our members say. It's go time. Take the next step and apply now at driveultra.org. Ultra Federal Credit Union, helping you live your best life.
Get 11% off everything now at Menards. Superfast vinyl plank flooring is waterproof and easy to install with a attach pad for extra comfort and sound absorption. Just $239 per square foot after rebate. It's the perfect time for kitchen updates during Menards 4th of July household appliance sale. Plus, get 11% off the largest in-stock appliance selection. Save over $1,500 on this Maytag stainless steel appliance suite after sale price and rebate.
Save big money at Menards. Hy-Vee hot deals are back. Frito-Lay party-size snacks, $3.99 when you buy 3. 6-pack Coke products, just $2.99 each when you buy 4. And family-size General Mills cereal, only $2.96. All week long at Hy-Vee.
When the insurance company sees Bygoff and Rody on the other side, they know they're in for a fight. It's your life, but it's our fight. And they know that if they're not being fair with us, they will find themselves in court, and that's how Bygoff and Rody gets results for its clients.
News 8 Now Sports is brought to you by Mayo Health System. Here's News 8 Now's Rob Schiff.
The West Salem 19U Legion baseball team celebrated the 4th in Bangor with a shutout win over Post 40 on Tuesday night. Tonight, it was the younger guys getting a chance, this time on their home diamond. Let's head to West Salem. The 17U squad hosting Holman 17s. West Salem winning game 1, but game 2, all post 284. They did most of their damage in the second. That gets through for a base hit. Braden Wall comes in to score. It's 3-0. Then it's Ashton Sullivan scorching one to first. Play can't be made. That's going to allow Cameron West to score to make it 4-0 in post 284. Still pouring it on. Lucas Martin, nice, to third. Tough play. That's going to score a pair for Holman. Post 284 puts up a 7th spot in the inning. They go on to win it by a final of 14-3. Big Legion baseball tournament begins this Friday in Onalaska. It'll be a 5-team round-robin setup. The Onalaska 19U team, as well as the 17U squad, will be there, with West Salem, GET, and Rochester rounding out the bunch. Games begin Friday at 2:30 with Onalaska 17U taking on West Salem, followed by Onalaska 19U hosting GET. Loggers have won 3 straight. They were back at the Lumberyard tonight taking on Rochester. Lacrosse up 1 in the 4th until Dylan King finds a hole on the left side. That gets through for a base hit. RBI single makes it 2-0. And King was just getting started in the 7th. This ball absolutely crushed high and deep to right. Bangs off the pole for a solo shot. Loggers take a 4-0 lead, and they win their 4th straight. 5-1 the final in this one. Lacrosse now heads on the road for 4, starting tomorrow night in Bismarck. Well, what a series it's been so far in Milwaukee. The Brewers and Cubs playing back-to-back thrillers on Monday and Tuesday. Milwaukee erasing a 6-run deficit in Game 1. Cubbies holding on for dear life in Game 2. Let's see what these two rivals had left for Game 3. Let's head to Milwaukee. We'll pick this one up in the 6th. Game tied at 1, but not anymore. Willie Adames changes that with one swing of the bat. He crushes it into the bullpen to make it 2-1 Crew. Later in the inning, Brian Anderson back in the lineup off the paternity list. There's his first RBI as a brand new Papa. Base hit into center. Milwaukee goes up by 2. But in the 9th, Devin Williams in some trouble. 2 on for Mike Talkman. And he comes up big for the Cubs. That gets down for a base hit. Both runs are going to come in to score. And this game is tied at 3. Later in the inning, go-ahead run at second now for Nico Horner. He's going to ground this one to third. Anderson's going to be there, but a low throw to first is going to allow Talkman to come in and score. Cubs jump in front, and the Brewers lose another heartbreaker at home. 4-3 is your final. Twins looking to complete the sweep over Kansas City. Minnesota going right to work in the 1st. Eddie Julien staying red hot. He crushes this one to right center for a solo shot. Twins strike first, and they keep pouring it on in the 7th. Ryan Jeffers to dead center. That ball is going to find the bushes. Solo blast for Jeffers puts the Twins up 4. Then in the 8th, Donovan Solano joining the party. He lines a base hit down the right field line. RBI double gives Minnesota a 5-run lead, and that was more than enough for Pablo Lopez. Check out this final line. A complete game, 4-hit shutout for Lopez, a career high, 12 Ks on the night. Twins roll as they complete the 3-game sweep, 5-0, the final score. Tough one for the Brewers. That's 2 in a row now. I mean, I don't want to rub it in. I'm a Brewers fan now. I had the jersey on last week.
I know.
That's 2 in a row now.
I'm still talking with the Cubs fans who wanted the Cubs to lose this series so they could sell all their all-stars for good prospects. Like, yeah. Now it's going against what they want. So
right.
Now they're still enjoying it at the Brewers' expense. Because
Exactly.
these are terrible ways to lose baseball games.
Right before the All-Star break, too.
I know.
It almost feels like this always happens, though.
Yeah.
They go in, they're hot, kind of, and then they
kind of stumble into the break.
Series, yeah, before the All-Star break, it always kind of bites them.
Yeah, so maybe a post-All-Star break they'll find it again because it can't be found right now.
Especially with Williams too. He's been
the only All-Star on the Brewers this year. Can't get the job done. Hate to see
losses,
it.
Yep.
Rob, thank you very much.
You got it.
More news right after this.
At Marine Credit Union, we have great rates and an even better mission. With our new certificate and money market rates, you can grow your money and grow your community. Call or visit marinecu.com to find a branch near you.
Welcome to Wesco. Welcome to huge selection and savings. We're having a sale that only happens once every 100 years. Wesco's 100th birthday sale. Take 30% off all furniture. That's right, 30% off Wesco's everyday low price. Recliners, tables, mattresses, sofas, and desks. 30% off it all. Wesco and Sparta, where white glove delivery and setup are always free. Tell them Peyton sent you. Join us July 29th for a family fun day. See store for details.
I'm Brody from Great River Harley-Davidson. We will be having events all season long. Whether it's your first time on a bike or you've been riding for years, we want to see you here. Stop by and see us anytime at Great River Harley-Davidson.
I never had an MRI before, so I was a little uptight about that, but the people that work here are incredibly friendly and made it really easy, actually. Believe it or not, it was an enjoyable experience, which I know sounds a little strange, but I got the results immediately, and it was a good thing that I got them as quickly as I did. The affordability was great, but the people were outstanding. Anybody that, for whatever reason, needs an MRI, this is definitely the place to get it done.
To everyone who enjoys a feel-good meal, we're crafting one for you, Wisconsin style.
We're talking handcrafted, cooked to order,
scoop to perfection goodness.
More like greatness.
A snuggle up in the booth, share a bite kind of meal.
A fill you up, heart and soul kind of meal.
Come treat someone you love to a meal they're sure to love.
One always served with a smile.
That comes from the heart.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious!
At Marine Credit Union, we have great rates and an even better mission. Not only will you earn a higher return on your money, you're also helping our community. We provide loans to people who can't get them elsewhere and help families on the path to homeownership. Visit marinecu.com to find a branch near you.
The 40th Riverfest has come to a close, and now it's cleanup time. Now, while it may take volunteers about a week to set up Riverside Park to host the annual events, they typically take only a day and a half to tear down the various tents, food stands, and more that are used over the 5-day festival. Around 75 volunteers are helping pack up and put the park back to normal.
Many hands make light work. So my year I came out and I spend an hour or two doing whatever I can to help them out, and it takes a lot to take down all the fun that we got to have for the week.
LaRue says many volunteers take 2 weeks off their full-time jobs to make Riverfest possible. We love it. Thank you. We'll be right back after this.
For residential, commercial, or high-speed doors, come to LaCrosse Glass and Overhead Doors. We carry a variety of CHI door styles designed to fit your vision. Get your free quote today.
Contact North Central Paving to make your life smoother.
Are you ready for a red-hot summer? At King Furniture, our prices are... Get your choice of these quality Jackson sets for $11.99. Need something more custom? Check out these 5 England sets for just $14.98. Available in your choice of over 100 fabrics. And in your home in just 30 days. Get your home ready for summer with thousands of items in stock and ready for free delivery. Get into King Furniture while the prices are...
At Denny's, we're celebrating Baconalia with new creations starring Black Label Thick Cut Cherry Wood Bacon. Ready to satisfy your bacon obsession? At Denny's.
It's diner time.
And now, rewards members get 2 free strips of our new premium bacon for a limited time. So many hotels.
Trouble booking the family vacay? Come on. Comfort does free hot breakfast for the whole fam.
They have waffles.
And splendid pools.
Book direct at choicehotels.com.
Prairie du Chien, Wisconsin is a place to discover, a place to explore, a place to slow down. Summer in Prairie du Chien is a place for fun and a place to gather. Whether it's on the Mississippi River, at a historic site, or a great event, Prairie du Chien, Wisconsin is a place for it all. Visit us and learn more at prairieduchesne.org.
Contact North Central Paving to make your life smoother.
For residential, commercial, or high-speed doors, come to LaCrosse Glass and Overhead Doors. We carry a variety of CHI door styles designed to fit your vision. Get your free quote today.
A cool night in store tonight. Enjoy it, and we'll see you tomorrow.